You see, you have come to the summer school to learn. And I'm sure some of you were thinking that the old cops are gone and you have nothing to do with it. No. History is very important. History projects the future. And that is what sustainability is about. Looking at what we did yesterday, what we are doing today, and strategizing for the future. So that's what I would like to encourage you to do. Agenda 21 and green economy strategies. These were policy frameworks that really emphasized on sustainability. And sustainability is the future. This is our first summer school, and I can assure you that the gaps we are seeing, we will develop additional sessions to enrich the modules. We may even have to develop other modules based on what we have seen, based on the performance of this summer school, so that we can cover those gaps. And therefore, do not worry if certain issues haven't been answered conclusively. I want to also encourage you to write down on a piece of paper questions that are disturbing you, those questions that arose in your group work. Please forward them to me, so that, because I still have all the time, by the time we will be ending the summer school, I'm sure we'll have some plenary sessions where we can still interact and where we can still share critical information. So that's about the group work. I don't know whether the online groups are ready. They don't seem to be ready to report. No. So if that is the case, I now want to move to attempt to answer questions that came up earlier on, and questions whose answers I had not given. And I would like to encourage other participants who may also be having a contribution to make towards these questions to feel free and chip in, because I think we have some 20 minutes? 20 minutes. There was a question on why the government is not providing enough support on capacity building for green jobs, or how government can contribute towards supporting the development of green jobs. This is a very good question, and I will use a Kenyan example just to share what Kenya is doing. Green jobs is one of my UNESCO chair objectives. And we have just completed a baseline to establish to what extent this is happening, what the gaps are, and what else needs to be done. First of all, the youth need to understand the definition of green jobs. We need to understand the benefits of green jobs, how these green jobs make a difference, how sustainable they are, and actually how they contribute to green growth or green economy. It is a massive discussion. This would require a whole other class. It's a big thing. But I would like you to Google on your computer, just Google this ILO training on green jobs. You know what ILO stands for? Yes. ILO has laid a very good foundation for training on green jobs. ILO is partnering with countries all over the world, and particularly in the South, to capacity build the youth to master green jobs. But there is need for partnership between ILO, government, institutions of learning, and other donor agencies to support this initiative. So, for instance, there is one UN agency called UNITAR, UNATAR. Have we gotten it? Yes. UNITAR. UNITAR is the UN agency that does training. And it has developed massive trainings, massive curricula on green economy. I'm in the process of partnering with them to do that training. In Kenya here, we have been very lucky for the Ministry of Environment to partner with UNITAR to develop a climate change learning strategy. Because for learning to happen well, you need the proper curriculum, you need what they call syllabus, I don't know what you call it in your language. You need a strategy. The way you teach undergraduates will be different from the way you teach schools, isn't it? From the way you teach universities, from the way you teach people outside the class. And UNITA has done it. I hope I've answered that. I've taken time on that because I'm very passionate about it. It's one of my agenda. And I interact with very many youth in my life from different parts of the world. And I don't know why these very many youth always think I can help them to get jobs. Do I look like I have jobs? You know, so, and that's why I've shared with you that information. Go approach your governments and tell them, hey, let's approach the UN. And UNITA will help you identify donors. And these days, training is easy, it's online. And UNITA has developed courses that you can adopt. You just need to inform them and request, can we adopt this course? And they will say yes, because they want as many people as possible trained. There was a question of not having an adequate climate change policies, you'll correct me, or strategies which are working. I just want to emphasize that the climate change policies and strategies we develop at our country level and at our sub-country level. Like in Kenya, we have the national government, and then we have the, what do you call them? County governments. These policies and policy frameworks actually come from global frameworks. We meet as one small world, we agree, we pass either multilateral agreement or whatever it is, and we tell us, and countries actually sign to that agreement and say we are going back to our countries to contextualize this climate policy we have developed. But now it is up to every country to take up the challenge and to develop an adequate policy, adequate strategy, consultative, participatory, so that all stakeholders are involved. In Kenya here, in the judiciary, we have the Land and Environment Court. Kenyans, how many of you have interacted with that Land and Environment Court? Very important. But some of those lawyers also need to be sensitized. They also need to learn. I think we will also organize a summer school for them, isn't it? Yes. So that they are informed, so that they understand terminologies like environmental justice, climate justice, and etc. and etc. Because from my experience, actually, you always find them doing research. The lawyers always have research. And some of those researchers approach us environmentalists to explain certain terminologies and, what it means. But this also means that PACJA and Kenyatta University, these emerging concepts like environment and law or environmental law, environmental policy. I teach environmental policy. It means that next summer school, probably we need a session on that. When you get such questions and you look at the program and you realize there's a small gap, then it means that the students here are actually telling us what they want to learn. And we as lecturers, we as an institution, and PACJA as an institution, we are there for you. We would like to teach you, we would like to train you again next summer school, and I think the gaps are being noted. Sylvia, I hope you're paying attention. Sylvia from PACJA? Thank you. There was somebody who commented on the need for scientists, researchers to work with civil society. I think you just put it right. And in fact, that is why civil society is here in this summer school, interacting with academia, because academia are also engaged in research. And some of the presentations academia will be presenting to you are very well researched papers. So that partnership, this marriage we are developing, Jacob, has somebody paid dowry for this marriage between civil society and academia? Who can volunteer to contribute some goats, some cows? Yeah? Flowers. Let's all provide flowers. They are free. Free. And they are beautiful. Yes. So that partnership is going to be to give birth to a high-level capacity. I can assure you that in the lobby, in the conferences you're going to go to in future to lobby or to do advocacy, you're going to have enhanced skills. Somebody was interviewing me how out there the expectations. You'll have increased knowledge, increased skills, increased strategies, increased confidence, increased participation. Look at how we have mobilized. Do you know numbers speak? So, if the voice is going to be louder because it's going to come from more people, and if the advocacy strategies are going to be many, diverse, then we will win. Because we have realized from the many videos we've been watching that advocacy seems to take the same what? Pattern of carrying what? Placards. And sometimes the people who are carrying those placards don't even understand. They cannot even read what is there. And that's why we have this summer school. Yeah? So that all of us can even develop a placard with a message.